close.
Oh.
Santa?
Oh, hello.
I'm okay.
Aldi just saved the holiday spirit.
I'm okay. Carry on.
Shop Aldi first. Save money and save the holidays. It's an Aldi thing.
Your entertainment the way you want it. With Spectrum TV, all these streaming apps are included at no extra cost. So you can watch anything. Movies, series, sports, reality, news,
Here's a look at today's top stories.
exclusive originals,
We await your orders.
and even more of your favorites with live TV. Stream across your devices and enjoy anywhere.
See you later.
Get it all with Spectrum TV.
Welcome back to Fast Money. Airlines kicking into high gear. Cities across the country are experiencing severe weather heading into the holidays. AAA projects 6 million U.S. travelers to take domestic flights over the Thanksgiving holiday period. That's a 2% increase from last year. Airline stocks lifting off with American and Delta Airlines leading the group. Tim, we were talking about this yesterday in terms of sort of the consumer-facing names getting a lift, and the airline stocks are among them.
And they're continuing to spend on airfare, and Delta Airlines is continuing to draw also premium cabin, whether it is corporate and business class, or whether it's even some of the features in kind of the main plus or premium economy. What it translates to is not only 10% sales growth, which is significant, but that it's a higher margin business that's also feeding through to the multiple of the company, which trades at multiples from 5 years ago. It's a much more valuable company because it's a much more efficient company, and it is best in class. And the noise around the FAA cancellations was just that. I think there is strong carryover from third quarter demand into the fourth quarter. I don't think we've seen airline traffic pull back with the same kind of concern other parts of the consumer spectrum is. So no secret, I'm long Delta. I think this is a great opportunity. I think it's going to all-time highs in the next couple months.
When you look at Delta, everyone always throws in United into that class. I think Delta's chart, Tim laid out why the premium, the front of the plane has been selling, and those help the margins. International's coming back. Corporate travel is there, which is a premium margin on that. But when you look at United, the chart doesn't look as good to me as when you look at Delta. So Tim talking about fundamentals, technicals are really a tailwind to Delta as well.
$70 was the all-time, little less than 70 back in February. And I like the planes where you stare and there's nothing in front of you.
Well, you wear a
No
tie,
screen,
you're all dressed up,
nothing.
What do you call that?
listen to tie,
Called raw dogging.
and you just
Raw
stare.
dogging.
But you quickly fall asleep, let's be clear. It's
Oh.
not like you're awake staring for a long period of
Maybe
time.
it's like
You fall
medium
asleep.
rare dogging.
Up next, final trade.
Nuveen invests with the foresight and vision to anticipate the needs of future generations, to build strong portfolios that deliver lasting legacies, to innovate and adapt for what's just around the corner. Because after 125 years of yesterdays, Nuveen knows your ultimate stakeholder is tomorrow. Nuveen, invest like the future is watching.
When I started Walton Goggins Goggle Glasses, I didn't know how to turn all this fancy prettiness into a classy-looking logo. But GoDaddy Aero does, with its magical AI powers. It not only creates it, it slaps that sweet thing everywhere.
Running a successful delivery company has taught me something. You're only as good as your tools. We have AT&T Business, and that's why we're the best.
Where?
You're aware there's nothing here.
Just trust the connection. We're in the right
What? You guys are early.
Yeah.
I like that.
Get your signature there.
There. You guys thirsty? I just made some lemonade.
Ah, it's really warm in here. Like a good warm. You know, my phone still works down here. It's crazy.
As teachers, taking care of ourselves is taking care of our students. AG1 gives me a little bit of kickstart to my day, and I know it's full of ingredients that help support my immune system. We are better as teachers when we are healthy and strong. To do that when you're feeling really down. You get a whole classroom counting. Don't want to miss a day.
You shouldn't have to wonder
which local florist crafts fresh holiday bouquets, or if the gifts will arrive before Santa's sleigh. We've spent decades delivering Christmas joy so you can simply celebrate. 1-800-Flowers. Give beautifully.
Investing. You buy low, sell high, jump on that trend, ride the wave. Stop. That's not how investing works. You're not a child playing a game. This is grown-up business. The real thing. You know wealth isn't won in a bet. Luck is not a strategy, and success demands discipline. You're serious about investing, right?
Markets can move just as swiftly as your day does. And you may be wondering if your portfolio is keeping up. Choosing the right investment can seem daunting, but we've got you covered. High income potential is on the other line. Answer the call. Before investing, carefully read and consider fund objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in the full and summary prospectus at globalxetfs.com.
Next, Gemini's the biggest threat to ChatGPT we've seen so far. There's simply no two ways about it. The company, the emperor, better have something to strike back.
Mad Money, next, and streaming on CNBC Plus.
Final trades, Tim.
First of all, thankful for you there on the desk, thankful to everybody at home, and thankful for Delta Airlines. Happy Thanksgiving.
Michael Coe.
Yeah, American Express has had a good year. I think next year will be even better. I like AXP. A stock that has not performed, but I'm looking for it to bounce back. Pfizer.
Thank you for that turkey sound.
I'm not. Have fun tomorrow. I am thankful for this show, everybody on it, you especially, Melissa Lee, and the crack staff back in DC.
Money team! Shout out to Money team! Yeah, that. Yeah, like and subscribe. Santorio Hector, Stock Market Savage. Y'all know what I do after the market. I watch stock market news on CNBC. Teacher! Who remember the Kung Fu movies? This the teacher right here. CNBC Investor Club. Membership is on sale right now. Go to CNBCinvestorclub.com. Get 4 months for $100, man.
Hey, I'm Kramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to Kramerica. Oh, do you make friends? I'm just trying to make you some money. My job is not just to entertain, but to educate and teach you. So call me at 1-800-743-CNBC or tweet me at Jim Cramer. Whenever you're listening to anyone's investing advice, you need to consider the source. And ideally, you want to know where that person's coming from. That's why tonight I'm going to tell you exactly who I am and how I got here. No, not the standard introduction. I'm Jim Cramer, host of Mad Money, co-host of Squawk with the Three Chief of the CNBC Investing Club. What I want to do tonight, in an extremely special show by even wacky standards, is trace the arc that brought me to Mad Money. Not some autobiographical ego trip.
What? Now we about to watch something special. I do not own the content of this material. This content exclusively belongs to CNBC. But this is my teacher. This is an investing channel, bro. Don't pop in here cussing. This is an investing channel. This is a channel about investing. This is a channel about stocks. This is a channel about learning how to take money that you make from working every day and putting it somewhere where it can grow you money. This is about somebody who used to work a job, me, making $23 an hour. You don't have anything to invest? That's crazy. Then you need to learn, then you need to get a job, bro. And you need to get a job and you need to save. And then you might have something to invest.
Anyway, there was always this solid chunk of the paper that seemed impenetrable.
I started out with nothing to invest too. But now, you know what I mean? It's a whole nother story. So anyway, aside from the disruptive people in the live, what's up with everybody? Like and subscribe. Santorio Hector, Stock Market Savage. And anybody who knows about my story, then you know what it is. You know that I started out last year
heard something called
I told myself I was going to teach myself how to trade stock options contracts.
and why it went out.
And
I don't know what Pop did either, though. But I know it made him furious.
I had a Robinhood account that just had been sitting there. So I started to take money from every paycheck. Every time I got a bonus check, I took that money, I put it into the market. I bought stock options contracts. And I also, I would buy stocks for my buy and hold portfolio. I started last year with like $183. I started with about $200. By April of 2025, I started last July. By April of this year, we had an $83,000 portfolio. You know what I mean? $83,000 portfolio.
I wanted to know if I could learn something from just following the ranges and reading the tables. He said, why don't you try? It seemed in my house the radio was always on until Pop put the TV on time for dinner. We always watched the news while eating, even as I admit I hated it because most of the news was about the war. And that meant the Vietnam.
And then we just continue to invest and continue to invest. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
So what I did was write down the names that I heard and I tracked them. Kept them in a ledger I still have. What a terrific game it was, trying to figure out the next move of a stock, not a player. Even as, all I really knew was the name. Most of them were defense stocks, and they went up a lot in tandem with the war.
That's too bad. The joke's not on me, homie. The joke's on you, my G. I'm 38,000 to the good.
To see who could find stocks that went up the most during the week. It's the thing I heard was
Yeah, I always like. I always like when people pop in the live, popping they trash, talking they trash, because you know the average regular guy like me ain't sitting on almost 40,000.
I was crying when a good friend bought me this recently. I love that game so much, and at one point, I even asked the old CEO fan, bring the games back. Here they are on the right side.
So you know, like and subscribe at 1,000 subscribers, at which time we'll be able to monetize the channel.
And I'm urging you to do just that. It's easier than ever. Pick some stocks.
At 1,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away $1,000. We will be giving 10 randomly selected people a $100 monetary cash gift from me, Santorio Hector, Cleveland record producer, self-taught investor. This is one of my teachers right here.
The stock market, it's a long-term contest. The earlier you get in, the more you can potentially win over the long haul.
The teacher.
Let's go to Dave in California, please. Dave.
Hey, Jim. Thanks for taking my call.
Of course. What's up, Dave?
Jim, I'm an older retired investor who's moving most of my stock portfolio gains into T-bonds and CDs.
CNBC Investing
What are the
Club.
advantages of bond letters?
Join the
How does
Investing
it work?
Club.
I want you to stay short. No reason to go out the long end. And you can just keep reinvesting like that. But I also want, I'm not sure of your age, but I always want people to remember that I think you don't want to bet against yourself and put too much money in bonds, because stocks still represent the greatest opportunity. And don't forget utility stocks. They can play a role too. They could have multiple years of goodness. Let's go to Philip in Michigan, please. Philip.
Booyah, Jim.
What's up, Philip?
Hey, I wanted to thank you. I've been listening to your show since 2006. It's one of my favorites, Tony.
What's up, Rowan? What's up, Jan? Rebel infantry. Sound like a hillbilly racist. My peoples was Confederate Cherokees. But I'm not a racist. I can't help what my people were. My blood type is O positive, and I'm a dark-skinned Native American. Rebel infantry. I'm sure he's a hillbilly racist. But he's welcome to be here in the channel. Even if I could show a hillbilly racist how to get a couple dollars, me myself, I'm a Native American. You know, real Native American, not the Indians that you see on the movies. Native Americans was really my complexion. Real Native Americans were really my complexion. Here is a DNA test where child support tested me for my race. Child support. Race. Native American. Native American. You see that name? Native American men at a tribal council. Native Americans at a tribal council in Oklahoma. Native Americans, original Native Americans. North American Indians, Native American, Marcel Godfrey. Yeah, so that's me, dark-skinned Native American. So I address all ignorance in my channel, on the street. I address all ignorance, and I was raised by a white man who was part Native American like me, but he looked all white. So you probably think I look African, but I'm Native American, and I get money. So the joke's on you, my guy. You know what I'm talking about? Probably don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. That's why you're negative. If you had a little something, you might have you might have some positive thoughts. But at any rate, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. You should start liking these videos. As soon as you come in, the first thing you should do is hit the like button. Like and subscribe. If you don't subscribe, when we have the monetary cash giveaways every time we reach a milestone with the channel, you can't participate. I'm Santorio Hector. I'm a record producer. We have albums out on Apple Music, on Spotify, on Amazon, on Tidal, on Pandora, on YouTube, on Audio Mac. We have albums out on all music platforms featuring artists from New York to California. Santorio Hector. In case you can't spell, that would be Santorio, Santorio Hector. Santorio Hector. Go check out the records on Apple Music, on Tidal, on Spotify, on Amazon. Go check out the videos on Vivo, on Apple Music videos, on YouTube. You know what I'm talking about. Santorio Hector, Cleveland record producer, cannabis grower and breeder, self-taught investor. I really do this. I really invest. I really trade. I really started last year with $200 in July, and I had $83,000 in April before the market crashed this year. And we had 38,000 trying to run it back up. And this is my journey to build $1 million portfolio, $1 million stock portfolio. This is my reality YouTube channel. Ain't nothing fake about my channel. I trade every day. 5 months ago, I was working a job making $23 an hour as a maintenance man at this property where I live. And I made my salary part-time. This is what I have in the market right now. But I can show you where I've made and taken out the market. I've had a realized profit of $35,000 in the last year trading part-time. That means with what I made from trading and what I made from my day job, that I'm a six-figure nigga. That's who you talking to, rebel infantry. You talking to a six-figure nigga, that's not a nigga. I'm a Native American. You just seen the paperwork. So, yeah, I mean, I let motherfuckers talk they shit, B. Talk your shit, B. You know what I'm talking about? And in the meantime, you feel me? While you talking your shit, it's some people in the world that's out here getting to it. You know what I mean? Some people talk their shit and some people get to it. Well, I get to it. Very humbly, very respectfully. You know what I mean? I'm here to show people that you can go from, you can go from living check to check to not living check to check. You know what I'm saying? You could go from living check to forcing yourself. If you force yourself to be disciplined, and if you force yourself to take some money every time that you get paid and put it into the market, that you can have a different life. You can have a different life. You're just gonna be working to pay for things. If all you do is just, if the only thing that you ever do is just work to pay bills, if you never take your money and put your money somewhere where your money could work for you, it's gonna be hard to scale your lifestyle and give yourself a better lifestyle. That's just, to me, is the reality of the situation. And that's why I created this channel. I'm a regular person. I'm a regular person who decided that I was going to teach myself how to trade. And I taught myself how to trade. So like and subscribe, you know what I mean? And respect. Download the albums on all music platforms, Santorio Hector. Santorio Hector. Check out the records, check out the videos. Check out the records on all music platforms, Apple, Tidal, Spotify, Amazon, Pandora. Check out the videos. Stay tapped in. Santorio Hector, a.k.a. Stock Market Savage. That's what it is. You already know.